Hey folks, so one of the things that I wanted to do tonight before I left was talk about this pack that we just got. This is the Tasmanian Tiger Medic 18 bag, and it's relatively new. It's been in the States for a couple of months. It was part of their 2025 new product releases, but this is why I like it. This is a very nice, compact, not too big medic bag, and it's suitable for all kinds of different roles. Anything from BLS to ALS to search and rescue, even to military special operations medic, all in a pretty compact package. So this thing will be about 18 inches by 10 inches wide by about 6 inches tall. And the pictures on the website, whatever you see on the internet so far, just don't do it justice. And this is why I wanted to talk about it real quick. So the first thing that I'll discuss is from the top, right? You've got scissor pouches on the front. That's fantastic. And you've got handles all over the place. You've got hanger hooks in the front. You've got a hanger hook in the back. You've got a grab handle on the top. You've got a suitcase handle on one side. And you've got a suitcase handle on the other side. That's awesome. Straps, fully removable, and we'll talk about that a little later. The sides. So both sides will have these holes so you can mount the shock cord, and these are designed for as tourniquet carriers, right? So you'll thread your shock cord, and you'll be able to carry 4 tourniquets on the outside. The bottom, I already have it pre-rolled out just to show you, but it has this sleeve that's designed for you to carry a foldable rescue litter. If you don't want to use this for whatever reason, you can always roll it up and secure it with the tabs. Now, let's go to the pouches. You're going to have 3 pouches on the outside, right? And this is going from the top, middle, bottom. They look the same, but they're slightly different in size and configuration. So this top one, when you open it up, first thing you'll see is a bunch of elastic loops. You've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small ones, and 1 large one on the bottom. You can use your imagination as to what you want to put in here. Now, this pouch, you'll notice it has some Velcro strips on the bottom, and you've got these loops so that you can then what? Run some shock cord through it and set it up the way you want. Each of the pouches is going to have a Velcro panel that you can use as you see fit, and it'll have a slit of MOLLE on either side. So if you wanted to get creative and run some cord through there, or maybe some kind of horizontal pouch, you could do that as well. The middle pouch, similar in configuration, okay? Except that it's just a little bit smaller, but not by much. The bottom pouch is slightly different because when you open it up, we're gonna see that it's a series of flap-like pouches. So this one will have an orange high-vis tab. Open it up. Here's your small compartment. Close it up. Then down here, you have another flap for some, flat bandages and gauze and whatnot. So overall, you've got some pretty decent storage on the outside. Now, when we open this guy up, the first thing we'll notice is we have some pretty, some pretty hefty looking pull tabs or zipper cords, so that in a hurry, when when you need to get this open quickly, you can grab it quickly and open it right up. Now, as you noticed, the backpack opened up like a notebook, side to side, okay? Which is slightly different than what we may be used to with the top loading or top opening bags that are out of the market. Now, first thing is, let's talk about the middle. The middle is full of these elastic slots for, extra customization. Now, what's the first thing we see? Left side, on the left-hand side, we'll have these 2 Tegris panels, right? And these Tegris panels, you can use them however you want, or you can not use them at all if you don't want to, right? They're fully removable. And not only are they fully removable, but you can choose to keep one or none, right? They'll attach to each other via Velcro. If you don't want to run Tegris, if you just want to run one or none, doesn't matter. You still have the option of setting this bag up however you want, because the entire interior is full of moly. Okay, laser cut moly. So if you had some additional pouches that you wanted to run, you could set this up however you wanted. On this side of the bag, you'll notice how it says a patient assessment card. Not sure why they chose to do that, but it's a nice little touch. And what it is essentially you have a nice deep pocket in here that you can fit quite a bit of stuff. Okay, we certainly wouldn't want to fill it with anything bulky, because it'll then change the profile of this, and it'll make it a little bit too lumpy. But if you want to keep your patient assessment cards here, or something flat like maybe a couple of SAM splints, that would actually be pretty cool. Now, let's move on to this side. The first thing you notice is that this pouch over here, it's kind of busy. There's a lot going on here. Why? Because you will be getting all the necessary hardware for you to set this bag up however you want, right? So first of all, you've got these two quick detach straps. So if you wanted to take off the ones that the bag comes with, and you wanted to use these to set them up or hook them up to your plate carrier, you could. Additionally, you've got all kinds of different buckles, tape, shock cords of a couple different sizes, and the little I forget what these are called, but just the little shock cord locks. So plenty of that going on. You will get these 3 Velcro panels, so that if you don't want to run Velcro on your outside pockets, you can just use them, cover them up, and protect the fuzzy female Velcro on the bag. So that's a nice little touch. And you could always, if you wanted to, just write on these things, whatever's back here. Speaking of which, both of these pouches will have a little strip here that you can write or remove and use your own pre-made Velcro ID tags. Now, this one is a pretty big pocket, right? You've got a significant amount of storage capacity. So ideally, or essentially, you have 2 large loops over here, 2 large loops over here, and 3. Well, I guess you could call these large loops, and these are extra large loops. So, I mean, use your imagination. Bandages, abdominal bandages, blast bandages. The new 68W medical hem guard bandages fit great in here. Just all kinds of stuff for trauma. The bottom pouch is rather interesting because this is designed as a removable, IV treatment bag, right? You could store IV fluids in here. You can store blood in here if that's what you're doing. There's a lot you can do with this pouch, and essentially it's a 4-ply pouch. Now, when you open it up, you can see you can put quite a bit of stuff in here, right? Got your shock cords. You can definitely fit a couple of liters of fluid in here. Each of the pockets has elastic storage. The 2 side ones have smaller compartments that you want to keep things secure, right? These 2 are pretty much identical, except they're in different orientations, and this one just might be a bit smaller. This one over here, the opposite flap, very similar in concept, but just with smaller spaced elastic. So overall, it's a pretty interesting pouch. Now, the one thing about it is that, at first this could be a little overwhelming, in terms of what you're going to do when you're going to close it. But Tasmanian Tiger kind of thought of that. So they wrote 1, 2, 3, and 4 on each of the pouches. So what do? Flap 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're done. Now, the pouch itself is fully removable, just like the other side. The only thing that I'm missing on this side would be this particular section here, which is it's just nothing more than access to the interior large flat component of the bag. And as you can see, it comes with a foam backer for comfort and protection. You can remove that, take it off however you want. You can use this to store like some really flat items, like for example sea collars, maybe more splints, etc., etc. So that is the Tasmanian Tiger Medic 18 bag in a nutshell. I think it is a really cool product for many different segments of medics out there, from the civilian world to the public safety world to the military world. It's at a very fair price, particularly when you compare it with some of the heavy duty bags in the market, like Mystery Ranch or some of the bigger military issue bags. So check it out. You might just like it.